Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Matt here, back with another video. Just finished the Gervonta Davis and Tank fight. It is currently 1:10 a.m. and I still can't believe what I'm seeing. This was my prediction. I did say that Tank was gonna stop Rolly, but man, when you see it, it's a completely different thing. Gervonta, he didn't look too good in the beginning of the rounds. I actually thought he was injured again. I was like, oh man, this isn't a good sign. Thoughts went through my mind. I was saying like, oh, but critics, other people that don't really understand boxing don't understand that even though you're injured, like it happens two times in a row with Isak Cruz and then here again, then you're in trouble. So he was grimacing. He was throwing his shoulder out a little bit. I think he winged a punch and maybe hurt part of his arm or his hand. I really don't know. It was pretty fresh. I didn't really get to see a replay. The fight literally just happened. Um, but respect to Tank, there's nothing you can do about this guy. He's a bad boy. Tank's a bad boy. And I actually had a conversation with Sean Porter today. I got to stop by, see him and people from the Porterweight podcast. If you guys don't know about that, it's like one of the best boxing podcasts out there, if not the best. So go check out Porterweight podcast. I was on their podcast because I pulled up to the little live streaming event and they had me on. Great people, always showing love to their fans. They're the best, man. So check it out. I answered a few questions. I got to talk to Sean a little bit, ask him about his past fights, specifically with Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. Obviously, those guys were Earl and Danny Garcia were there sitting next to each other. Pretty interesting, but yeah, Rolly did a good job. I actually had the fight pretty close. I think I had Rolly winning the first two rounds, and then I had Gervonta kind of picking it up, but I might have given Rolly another round. But I don't know. Many swing rounds don't. I don't really care about the scorecards because up till then, it doesn't matter because the guy got knocked out. Rolly was like he just ran into it, and they talked about it. It did look like the Manny Pacquiao knockout loss to Marquez still kind of brings me back to that time. It was like crazy. My dad actually called that one out. He was like, "Man, that looked like the Manny knockout." I rewatched it, the replay. I was like, "Yeah, that did." He ran into it. Luckily, Rolly got up, but obviously his legs still weren't working correctly. It was a good stoppage. I don't know if you guys caught it, but you'll probably see it in the replay. But you can look at it again, and you'll see in the background that Rolly's father was like, "No, stop the fight, stop the fight." It was obvious. It was kind of sad because you see a guy like Rolly, he's just trying to sell the fight. That whole one knockout in one round was to sell the fight, and he obviously had a better and smarter game plan, but he ended up running into something. That's boxing. That's just the way things are. Respect to Rolly for like taking the fight. A lot of people wouldn't take this fight. He had a second chance after this, the sexual assault, whatever allegations it was. I'm glad he got through it. He got this opportunity. He got a payday, so that's something to look forward to. And then he'll recoup and figure out a new opponent. Maybe he fights Ryan Garcia next. Who knows what happens? But it was a great fight, man. Like there are a lot of star-studded people from the boxing world. There was Earl, Danny Garcia. Sean Porter was there. Shout out Sean. Thanks for having me today. That was awesome. I'm so happy I got to talk with you. Great people. It was just a tremendous fight. Just seeing all the faces out there, the environment, the atmosphere was obviously electric in Barclays Center. It's a different animal. Boxing fans in New York, we all want to see that knockout. But at the same time, it was a like the commentator said, it was a high level chess match, and in the beginning, but once Tank kind of puts that pace on you, can you handle it? Once you start going close, you get a little too comfortable, and I think Rolly got comfortable, and he got himself caught. But for a second there, I always get that feeling with Tank, but he always ends up to like prove me wrong in the sense of like, oh, he's gotta change it. But I always know he's a slow starter, but it's different. Sometimes he seems not focused. His mom was dancing in the crowd, and he was saying, "What's up, Mom?" Like he's trying to call out to his mom. He's engaging with the crowd. It was crazy. I was talking to Sean Porter, and he said something like, we're gonna see Tank, talking to Rolly, moving around, like getting physical, and he was absolutely right. That was facts. And I actually put my prediction. I said fifth round KO. It was a 6th round KO, but at the same time, can't be mad when you get a great performance like that. The crowd reaction was crazy. Much respect to Tank. The only comment I do have is that um, I didn't like the what was his name, Jim Gray, the guy interviewing. You know, I like Jim Gray as a he always does a phenomenal job. But this particular part where the kind of gun incident came up, it's a different world. It's a different reference. It's a language barrier, and I don't know if he didn't maybe didn't understand where Tank was going, where he was coming from, but he basically said like, "There's no safety on this Glock." That's a hard line. You got to leave the man alone. Leave the man alone. There's no safety on this Glock, meaning he's gonna take out everybody in the lightweight division, maybe 140 or down to 130, whatever in between. You know, he's gonna take these guys out and use um, all of his skills, all his resources to do and strengths to do that. So respect to him. I didn't like that. I didn't like that little like I don't know. It was an awkward moment that just could have easily been avoided with another question or maybe closing out the interview. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of that, but respect to Gervonta for not making a big deal about it. Talked about Gary Russell Senior, paid his respects, but you can't say enough about this guy. He's definitely a problem in the sport of boxing. It's not if you're any of his potential opponents, I stay away from this guy. But yeah, lots of other fights to be made, but we'll see. I just wanted to cover this fight real quick because it was just tremendous. You know, the entertainment, the atmosphere was fun to watch. The crowd reactions were crazy. Hopefully, we get more boxing events in Barclays Center. I know Vegas is the mecca, or for right like recently there hasn't been a fight in MSG or Barclays in a while. So besides the Serrano and Katie Taylor fight, but we need more of this stuff in New York. You know, I'm close to nearby the area, so that kind of stuff would be a lot of fun. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching. It's been a great day. Got to meet Sean Porter, like I said, and his Porterway podcast crew. It was all those guys. They're the best. I would love to like intern for them. They're literally the nicest people in the world. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the fight. Hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, just hit the button. It doesn't take that much effort. But thank you guys once again for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.